guava. Do you see that? It's such an amazing fruit. It smells so good. And there's usually like a pink guava and a white guava. This one happens to be a white flesh guava, so I cut a few up here, if you can see that. See that? Okay, so all you're gonna do is make sure your guava is clean, so wash them, okay? And then you're gonna cut off the ends, all right? So cut a little here, cut a little there, okay? Then you're gonna cut them in half and in quarters, just like that. We're gonna make a jam today, okay? So in they go. Cut the ends, and they smell amazing. The reason I'm cooking them today is because my whole house was smelling like guava, which means they were ripe. And I wanna make sure that I cook them because I don't want them to go bad. I have about 2 pounds of guava right now, and the seeds in guava is really hard. So we need to boil these down first, get them soft for about 10-15 minutes. We're gonna mash them. We're gonna strain them, okay? Because we gotta get these seeds out because the seeds don't really cook. They get super tough, okay? So you're gonna take the guava, all right, and you're gonna put them in a pan. Hopefully you can see that, okay? And we're gonna load it with some water just about till they cover the guava, okay? All right, so that right there is good enough. We're gonna boil these down, and then we're going to mash them up and strain them, okay? So let's let these cook for about 10 to 15 minutes because I love guava, my husband loves guava, and I might make a dessert out of these, but I wanna show you how to make a nice jam out of them because they are worth making. It just smells and tastes so darn good. I am gonna try to like put some monk fruit in it instead of like regular sugar. I'm trying to prevent using so much sugar because they are already naturally sweet. I probably don't have to use sugar at all. I'm gonna taste and see. They also have a little bit of acidity to them, almost like a little bit of a lemon. So it's like a sweetness, but also acidity. It's a great fruit. So let's boil these down. I'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. We're gonna check on them and then we go on to the next step, all right? We'll be right back. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. You can see it boiling. I wish you could smell it though. It smells amazing. Okay, how do you know? You take your fork and look how soft that is. It's like poking through the skin, like so gently, right? I don't have to force it. It's nice and soft. Done, okay? Turn this off for a second. We're gonna take this beautiful jam now and we're gonna, or should I say fruit, and we're gonna put it in here. Just draining out some of the water, but we're gonna be cooking this back again anyway, right? We gotta cook it down into a nice jam. Okay, so we're taking it, putting it in this blender. I love my Vitamix, y'all. My friend Karen gave this to me years ago, and it has been my best friend. This thing has been used so much. I'm so grateful. It's been like, gosh, it has to be like 10 years. She gave it to me like 10 years ago. Wow. All right, so we're just gonna put this all in here. The seeds are really tough, guys. Like they're really tough. Like I would tell you to just bite into a guava and eat it that way, and it is delicious, but the seeds are so hard, like you can chip a tooth. It's really that hard, right? Okay, so got most of this out. It's hot. Yeah, it's pretty hot. We'll put it over here. All right, we're gonna blend it, okay? And I'm gonna drain that so that I can continue to cook down the rest of this jam. We're gonna just blend this sucker. Here we go. Hopefully it won't be too loud for you. I pulse it so that makes sure that the top goes to the bottom. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so let me drain this out. Mostly everything in here is seeds, so we don't need any of that, okay? All right. Now, you're gonna get yourself a fine mesh strainer, okay? I'm gonna just clean this out. I just wanna make sure there's no seeds. 1 second. I don't feel like washing 20 pots. Okay, we're gonna put this in here and we are going to strain this through, okay? Now this has, again, a lot of seeds, like I mean it. There's a lot of seeds in here. So, I mean, you probably can see that. Can you see all those seeds? I hope you can, right? And we don't want those. If the seeds are soft, they'll be mushy and they'll mush through with the actual fruit that we're gonna be putting through the strainer. And if they're not soft, we don't want them because we want this to be a nice smooth jam. And if you are biting into a hard seed, I mean, that defeats the purpose, right? Okay. Now, let me put this to the side and take everything that flew up here. Okay. All we're gonna do now is we're gonna strain it through, okay? Yes, it takes a lot of patience. That's what cooking is patience, right? So strain, strain, strain. And I already feel them. I mean, I wish you can be in the kitchen with me, which by the way, you can, okay? If you are living in the Austin, Round Rock, Pflugerville area, this is a perfect opportunity for you to work with me. I am opening up a cohort for 12 weeks for women only. It's gonna be every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And I'm gonna take you through basically a culinary boot camp. And we're gonna make you a chef from 0 to chef in 12 weeks. Oop. We're gonna work on a lot of things. We're gonna work really, really hard, but we're also gonna have a lot of fun. Now it's for women only, but it's gonna be super fun. And I cannot wait to have you here. So if you wanna know more, you need to go to neenaperez.com. So it's N-E-E-N-A Perez.com, and go on to my website and you're gonna see something that says programs and classes. Click on that, okay? Or click on more info or whatever you need to click on to find out the information, and all the information will be there for you. Again, it starts June 6th, okay? So hopefully my team has this video out before then. But it's gonna be really, really fun. And I am really gonna not hold anything back. If you wanted to learn how to really work in a kitchen and be trained by a chef who's been doing it for 20 years, this is your opportunity and I cannot wait to have you. I'm getting so much emails and text messaging and DMs and the whole thing about when it starts because people are so interested. I'm only taking 10 to 12 women though. I'm keeping the class super small. And there's a reason for that. I wanna make sure that you get all of the answers that you are looking for. I wanna make sure that you get to try the items that we're teaching, right? I don't want anybody lost in the sauce, pun intended, okay? Now we'll be doing everything in that class from knife cuts to chicken fabrication to sauces to doughs and pastries and pastas and pizzas and you name it, we're gonna be making everything, okay? Because I want you to really learn like we do in culinary school. I don't wanna hold anything back, no secrets, no nothing. I want you to learn it all, okay? So if you're interested in that again and you're in Texas in the Austin, Pflugerville, Hutto, Round Rock area, you need to hit me up because I'm telling you this class is gonna start. It's gonna be super fun and you're gonna miss out if you're not a part of it, okay? So neenaperez.com, go to programs on my website and you're gonna be able to see all of the information, all right? Great, now, let's get back to this guava, shall we? All right, so look at this. Do you see that? That's all seeds, okay? That is all seeds. That's crazy, right? So many seeds. And I've never grown a guava plant ever. I don't even know if I would be able to. I would have to figure out soil and treatment and what it needs, all of that stuff, because I like growing things. I have a nice raised bed outside that I absolutely love, except for the squirrels that keep getting in and destroying my tomatoes and my lettuces and stuff. I love squirrels, but I'm kind of mad at them right now. Okay, so all of this is going to be thrown out, okay? We don't need that. We can't eat it. It's so hard, okay? All right, now, I made a mess. I threw guava. All right, I threw guava across the kitchen here. So I'm gonna have to pick up all of this guava mess I got going on. All right, now, that's the smoothness, see it? Now the pink ones are really pretty. They didn't have the pink ones. I bought this at Costco. They didn't have the pink ones. I wish they did, but they didn't. All right, so we're gonna put this back on to cook, okay? Now, hopefully, oh, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now I used about 2 pounds of the guava, right? So we're gonna do that, and then let me get my spatula that has all these seeds on it. We are going to now, oh, this is smelling amazing already, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that smells so good. Hold on. Just wanna taste it because it's very tart, like I said, right? They can be sweet, but they also have a tartness to them. And we need to highlight that sweetness, okay? So right here, all I did is I ran my knife through a jaggery, which is a little bit of a sugar cane, okay? And it was just a tiny one. And the reason I'm putting a little bit of sugar, even though I said earlier I don't really want to use sugar, is because, oop, gotta stir, y'all, is because, let me turn this down, hold on. Okay, is because monk fruit, allulose, doesn't really give too much body, and I want it to be a jam, okay? So the little bit of jaggery that I put in is because I really want it to have some sort of body to it. So I'm gonna use this monk and allulose blend, okay? And about 3 tablespoons, okay? About 3 tablespoons. So mix that in, and we'll check for sweetness. It might need more. It might not need any more. I don't know yet, right? So we will check for sweetness. Now, when you are doing this, don't walk away from your pot for too long, okay? You should be coming back and stirring every minute or so just to make sure that everything is cooking well and not burning and all of the things, right? So we're probably gonna be doing this for I'm thinking 10 to 15 minutes because I do want it to be thick. I do want it to kind of when I rub it like this, it should almost leave the bottom of the pot a little bit, you know, it should leave a streak. I should be able to pick it up, and it should leave me like a little bit of a ribbon. At least that's what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna keep here. You don't have to watch me stir with the magic that we have today of video editing. They should be able to cut all of me stirring out, and I'll come back, and when I come back, I will show you what this looks like. And I cannot wait for you to try this because I really want you to tell me what you think. Now at this point, you can make a decision. Do I wanna put red food coloring in here to make it look like a traditional guava paste or guava jam that you find at the store, because they use the pink guava? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. It's still guava and it's still delicious, and I'm not using artificial color to color it. That's just me. You do you, okay? All right, we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so, and I will show you what's going on here, okay? All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, so now it's been cooking for 10 minutes, and you're gonna get this beautiful, very sexy looking sauce, okay? But I want this to be really thick, all right? I want it to be really thick and really spreadable, and especially since I'm using monk fruit, I'm gonna cook this down for another 25 or so minutes, okay? And then when I come back, I will show you what that looks like, but this is gonna go on slow now, okay? It's gonna go slow, and as it goes, I'm gonna come back and actually, let me test the sweetness, right? Let me test the sweetness. Look, it's pretty thick already. Look, it's not coming off the spoon. That's really good. All right, so I don't really think it needs much more sweetness. I'm trying to decide. Okay, we'll do another like tablespoon, okay? Okay. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cook it low and slow. Come back, keep stirring, keep stirring, keep stirring, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I like to do it 10 minutes and see where we're at, and then we're gonna do another like 20 minutes, all right? 20 to 25 minutes, because I want most of that water that went in with it to evaporate, and then we're going to get a nice thick sauce. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing dishes and whatever have you, and when we come back, I'll show you what this looks like, all right? We'll be right back. I walked away for a while trying to get all my papers graded for my culinary students who are now finishing up their courses, right? So I have the one class that I teach. I teach the underserved community about the culinary field, and then we get them jobs in the culinary field, in kitchens, which is a gift of a job. And then I'm also a culinary instructor at the college here, and they are finishing up their classes. As you can tell, I kind of overcooked it, but that's okay. Now, this is gonna get really solid. Okay, you see how thick that is? Very thick, look at that. Very thick, okay? So that would be nice. I hope that it comes out more like a paste, which is really what I want, but we will see, right? So I think I'm gonna spray this just a tiny bit, like literally like, that's it, okay? Just because if it becomes a nice thick paste, I've been cooking it down, by the way, for about 30 minutes, okay? And that's usually what you want to cook it for when you are making a paste. I wanted to make between a jam and a paste, and as I kept cooking, it kept wanting to become a paste. So let's see what happens. All right, so I'm gonna put this in this container, okay? Hopefully, I hope you guys can see that. All right, now I used the allulose, okay, and just that one piece of jaggery, okay? Hopefully, I'm just gonna spread this out a little bit. It's gonna be pretty neat to show you what it becomes. I'm not sure what it's gonna become. I think it's gonna become really like a paste. I think it's gonna become like maybe a little bit thicker, see? It's not falling, it's not doing anything. It's on a stiffness, so. Oh my goodness. Yum. That is so good, guys. All right, I'm gonna make some sort of dessert with this, okay? This is going to be your beautiful guava paste jam. We will find out, right? I cooked it down more than I wanted to, but that's okay. Beautiful mistakes happen that way, right? I mean, this is how we have cookies, because cake, they forgot to put leavening in a cake and it became flat cookies, and thus the cookie was born. At least that's the story I hear. You know, there's always a story, right? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This is guava, a beautiful fruit that I really think you need to try. It is absolutely delicious. And you don't have to load it up with a ton of sugar. I know that for a lot of like pastes and jams and stuff, because it's sweet, but it also has that acidity to it. A lot of people will add like cups and cups of sugar, and that's great when you're making a paste. I did not want to do that, right? So I used this blend, this monk fruit blend, which is allulose and monk fruit, and it works really well. And so I'm gonna cover this. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. I'm gonna cool down first. Then I'm gonna cover it, put it in the fridge. And this can keep in your fridge for about 2 weeks, okay? I can show you what this looks like. Bye.